Ladies and gentlemen, I have discovered the cure for baldness. That's right, do not ever, ever play Sinistron, a horizontal shooter that is notorious for being difficult, unforgiving, and will make you, quite frankly, tear your hair out. Ask Patrick Stewart. Bet he's got a TurboGrafx hiding somewhere. In the early 33rd century, a Colossus biomorphic ship was seen entering our solar system. Apparently, it was programmed to destroy planets, and well, it kinda sucks. Your entire squadron of Cybernaut fighters was destroyed while on a mission to kill the brain of this monolithic machine. Except for you, of course. So now, alone, you must neutralize the thing scientists are calling the Sinistron. Sinistron follows in the footsteps of many typical space shooters. You fly around, destroy baddies, ships, and organic things, and eventually face a boss character at the end of each stage. In terms of power-ups, if you shoot recon pods, you'll reveal the Vulcan Flame Cannon, Crystal Pulse Laser, or Heat-Seeking Chaos Missiles. You also have plasma droids providing shields and speed-up modules, which you will need as soon as possible. Not to mention the Hypersonic Blast, charged up by holding down button 2, and it's a circle. Yeah. All of this is pretty traditional, but there is a unique feature to Sinistron. The front of the ship has ramming shield jaws, which are invincible, absorbing missiles and gunfire, as well as damaging enemies. When you snag power-ups, you'll be able to open and close these jaws up to 3 positions, even increasing your firepower. Utilizing these jaws is a big strategy in this game. The power-ups and attacks are quite fun, but be warned. The 6 stages of Sinistron are not for the weak of heart. Let me walk you through the experience I had with this game while playing for the review. The first 2 stages are a pushover. Stage 3 cranks it up a notch. Here is where you need to start deciphering the enemy patterns. Ah, these guys jump out. Ah! See, here is also where you'll start dying. Ah! Oh! So far, your follicles should still be intact. But then stage 4 comes along, the asteroids. As a kid, this stage drove me insane, and it still does. But with perseverance, the end boss is finally reached. Blam! Now to stage 5. Missiles from behind, missiles from the front, bouncing enemies, mazes, get a little further, try a different path, try to grab power-ups, get even worse at the game somehow, then somehow make it to the end boss, something as a kid I was never able to do. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Then the final stage begins that cycle all over again. Oh, and for fun, they even toss in a boss rush at the end, just to mess with you. Ugh. Sinistron looks great from a visual standpoint. There is nice multi-scrolling going on, even in the very first stage. Nice colors, nice background effects, and some trippiness. Even exploding enemies put on a show as they fall off the screen. This was one of the first TurboGrafx games I ever played as a kid, so the visuals impressed me quite a bit. I really like the sound effects in this game. There are various different explosions as you destroy enemies. Some of them are so grand they trail off after the fact. This makes you feel quite accomplished as you blow some stuff up. The music isn't too bad, and there are a few catchy tunes. Overall, the sound is pretty good. The controls are smooth overall once you snag the speed boost. Until then, it's awful. Oh, come on. Button 1 opens and closes the jaws, and button 2 fires the current weapon. Or when held down, creates the circle. Because your ship is such a huge target, there are times you will beg for a bit more agility, as there is a slight delay in movement. When you lose all lives, and you will often, you can choose to continue. If you reach the checkpoint in a stage, you can either start from there or from the beginning. This is a nice feature in case you feel more comfortable starting at the beginning and powering up early. The game appears to have unlimited continues. Either that or 10,000, because that's about how many I used. Sinistron is for those who want to memorize and really focus on the structure of the game. But in the later stages, it is not always a matter of memorizing, but rather being aggressive because the enemies toss out everything but the kitchen sink. You just have to be in the zone all the time and ready for anything. This is good and bad, as the more in-depth you need to focus, the less fun the game actually is. There is not a very good ramp-up in difficulty here, instead giving you a novice set of difficulty in the first couple stages, and then slamming you with a nightmare for the rest. Ugh, Sinistron? Ugh, you're a game I love to hate. If you become a fan, the PC Engine version of the game is quite different, but honestly, please, one nightmare at a time. Sinistron is a brutal shooter, but if you want a sense of satisfaction for not giving up and don't mind tearing out your hair, then I would recommend this game because it will definitely provide that for you. I mean, I feel pretty good beating the game for the first time ever, and I have some nostalgic feelings toward it, but man, it is a tough sell for non-hardcore shooter fans. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should head out and probably pick up a ball cap.